The Laodicea Church. Spiritual Phenomenon. Written by Bishop N. A. Gordon. The Vision. Some time ago, I went into a trance. While in the trance, I saw a combination of strange things. Strange because they included 1. A burning fire, with a hot pot, with water in it, sitting on the fire. 2. A stove, a kettle, and a cup with a tea bag in it. 3. 2 cups with tea bags in them, and 2 pots of water, one with lukewarm water, and the other hot water. I was inspired to see some amazing things in this trance. Firstly, I saw in a distance a very hot fire burning. It was so hot it could melt steel. On this very hot fire, there was a very hot pot with water in it, sitting on the hot fire. Then, in my mind, I heard, "Pour out the water from the hot pot." I poured out the water, but something amazing happened. The water that came out of the very hot pot was lukewarm. What? How can this be? I asked how it is even possible for the water to remain lukewarm in such an intense environment. Then a reply came to me and said, "This is a spiritual phenomenon, and the water in the pot is under siege." The water, which is a form of the church, is under spiritual invasions, and the enemies have sown venomous objects in, causing irregularity in the water, and it malfunctioned. This irregularity caused the water to malfunction and stop in the middle of the process of becoming hot. The transformation between cold and hot, and the water got stuck at lukewarm. This lukewarm posture is most deadly because it sends out a false message, saying hot, when, in fact, it's not truly hot. The problem with lukewarm is that it is neither cold nor hot, thus, useless. And God says in Revelation 3:16, "Because you are neither hot nor cold, I have no use for you, and will spew you out of my mouth." Notice who the Lord is speaking to the church. Then in the trance, it was like I was engaged in a conversation with someone who said, "Let me ask you a question. What if you go to your own house and decide to make a cup of tea, so you turn on your stove and put on your kettle of water? Then after some time, you return to make a cup of hot tea, but when you pour out the water, it comes out lukewarm. What would you do? Now, I'm putting this to you. What would you think? You would think something strange is going on in your house, because if the fire on the stove is hot, and the kettle on the fire is also hot, how then would the water remain lukewarm? Something went wrong inside the water. Something went wrong inside the church. And it is a spiritual phenomenon. Finally, I was inspired to take 2 cups with tea bags in them, and 2 pots with water, one lukewarm, and the other hot. First, pour the lukewarm water on the tea bag, and tell me what happens, I heard. I did, but nothing happened. The lukewarm water did nothing to the tea bag. The water only caused an effect that changed color. Taste it. In my mind, it was very nasty when I tasted it. Then I remembered the scripture again, "I will spew thee out of my mouth." Then, it was time to pour the hot water on the tea bag in the other cup. When I poured the hot water on the tea bag, something amazing happened. The hot water, upon making a connection with the tea bag, started a massive transformation process, which transformed every single piece of the particle inside the bag, causing a unique effect, each piece releasing its own special flavor into the water, making tea. Own unique flavor. Note: each piece of the particle, in the bag, carries its own uniqueness, thus, plays a unique role in the taste of the tea. A hot cup of tea is delicious, because the power of the hot water forces the contents of the bag and releases flavors into the water. If there is no hot water, church, then there can be no transformation. No real deliverance because lukewarm water doesn't have the power needed to make the impact on the bag. Note: lukewarm water cannot kill the bacteria or germs, which can kill you from the water, because it's not hot enough. God needs a hot cup of tea. A lukewarm church cannot produce hot Christians. A lukewarm church doesn't have the power needed to change lives, heal the sick, chase out demons, and certainly not the raising of the dead. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Phs. 6:12. If it was possible, and you were able to look into the spiritual realm, you would be horrified by some of the force that lined up against you and your families, looking for any kind of entrance into your world. I believe that's what happened to the Laodicea church. This church allowed itself to be carried away by great wealth, and it went in deep, so deep that it drastically changed its true posture from hot to lukewarm. But there is hope. However, getting rid of this spiritual phenomenon from within the water, church, is not an easy thing to do. Not because they won't leave, but because the church doesn't want them gone, because the possibilities of great wealth are unthinkable. No, this has nothing to do with being rich, or living a comfortable lifestyle, but it has everything to do, compromise. Let me show you what I mean. In Matthew 4:8-9, while on a 40 and night fast, the devil tested Jesus. Yes, I said the devil tested Jesus. Here is what happened according to the scripture. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them. 9. And saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down, and worship me. The key words here are high, mountain, kingdoms, and the glory of them, which is proof that Satan also has something he can use to negotiate with. The devil has the ability to come as an angel of light. 2 Cor. 11:14. He can also offer great wealth. This is what makes it so hard for preachers to preach the truth, because the truth would want the water to get hot, and not lukewarm, which process involves getting rid of self-gratifications. Notice, nothing the devil offered Jesus could trap him because he was focused on the kingdom work of his Father. I've said enough here, so let me wrap up my rant here. If the gospel of the kingdom is top priority to you, then join me, and help me put the devil to shame, the same way Jesus did, when he told the devil where to go. Get thee behind me, Satan. Jesus says in Matthew 17:21, these kinds come out only through fasting and prayers. Once this spiritual phenomenon is resolved, then we will see a great revival because the water will get hot again, affecting each believer, and releasing the flavor making of an awesome cup of tea God will want to drink. Now you are ready for the next move of the church.